The massive quantum detection array hidden beneath the Atacama Desert had never registered anything like it before. Dr. Sarah Chen stared at the readings in disbelief, her hands trembling as she verified the data for the fourth time. The energy signature was unmistakable. A fleet of ships, massive beyond comprehension, was approaching the solar system. "General Martinez, you need to see this." She spoke into her secure comlink, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation. "The quantum fluctuations are off the charts. Whatever's coming, it's using technology we've only theorized about." Within hours, observatories worldwide confirmed her findings. The approaching fleet emerged from what appeared to be self-generated quantum corridors, their ships resembling crystalline structures that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Each vessel pulsed with an inner light that shifted through colors humans had no names for. The first transmission arrived exactly 12 hours after detection. Supreme Overlord Corax of the Quantum Dominion appeared on every screen on Earth simultaneously, his form barely contained within human visual spectrum. "People of Earth," the translation matrix rendered his words in perfect English. "We come in peace, seeking to share our advanced civilization with yours." But Dr. Chen noticed something in the quantum readings that others missed. The fleet's energy signature contained patterns that matched theoretical weapons systems she'd been modeling. This wasn't a peaceful contact. It was the prelude to an invasion. Working in secret with quantum computing specialist Dr. Marcus Wong and military strategist Colonel Maya Patel, Chen began analyzing the aliens' technology. "Look at these patterns," she pointed to the holographic display. "Their entire civilization is built on perfect quantum coherence. Every system, every ship, even their communications, it's all maintained in a state of absolute order." "That's impossible," Wong muttered, running simulations on his quantum terminal. "Even our most advanced theories suggest that level of coherence couldn't be maintained without." His eyes widened as realization struck. "Without completely eliminating chaos from the equation," Chen finished. "They've built an empire on the principle of perfect order, and they've never encountered a species that embraces chaos like humanity does." While Corax's diplomatic team presented their peace treaty to the United Nations, the three specialists discovered something unprecedented. The aliens' quantum technology was so perfect, so ordered, that it was fundamentally vulnerable to chaotic interference. Human quantum computers, built to work with chaos rather than eliminate it, could potentially disrupt their entire network. Colonel Patel quickly grasped the military implications. "They're not just vulnerable to our technology," she explained to a select committee of world leaders. "Their entire strategic thinking is based on perfect order. They've never faced an enemy that thrives on improvisation and controlled chaos." As Corax's representatives promised technological wonders and medical breakthroughs, humanity quietly prepared for war. The aliens' arrogance was their weakness. They couldn't conceive of a primitive species discovering their true intentions, let alone developing countermeasures. "They think we're going to be an easy conquest," Chen told her growing team of international scientists. "But they've never encountered human ingenuity before. We're about to teach them that perfect order isn't always perfect strength." The quantum readings kept growing stronger as more alien ships arrived daily, each one a masterpiece of engineering and order. But beneath the surface of human society, a resistance was forming, not based on matching the aliens' superior technology, but on exploiting the one thing they'd engineered out of their civilization: chaos. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the foundations of both civilizations. Humanity's greatest strength was about to clash with an empire built on perfect order, and the universe would never be the same. Dr. Marcus Wong stood in his underground quantum lab at MIT, surrounded by holographic displays showing the aliens' communication patterns. 3 weeks had passed since the Quantum Dominion's arrival, and Earth's major cities now hosted their crystalline, cultural exchange centers, beautiful structures that pulsed with otherworldly light. "They're not even trying to hide it anymore," he muttered, watching the quantum signals flowing between the centers and the orbiting fleet. Each transmission was perfectly ordered, a symphony of quantum coherence that should have been impossible to maintain across such distances. Colonel Maya Patil entered the lab, her uniform bearing the newly created United Earth Defense Force insignia. "The Security Council just received their latest gift proposal," she reported. "They want to install quantum enhancement nodes in our major military installations. For better coordination, they say." Wang's hands flew across his holographic interface, pulling up simulation after simulation. "Look at this pattern." He pointed to a particularly dense cluster of quantum signatures. "Every piece of technology they've given us is connected to their network. It's like they're building a quantum web around the planet. A web we're supposed to think is helping us." Sarah Chen's voice came through the secure quantum channel they developed. She was still in Chile, coordinating with a global team of scientists. "But I found something interesting in their biological scans." The holographic display shifted, showing complex molecular structures. "Their entire biology is quantum coherent," Chen explained. "Every cell in their bodies maintains perfect quantum order. It's why they look like they're glowing. They're literally resonating at the quantum level." Wang's eyes widened as he processed the implications. "That's why they need the network," he breathed. "They're not just controlling their technology. They're maintaining their own biological coherence. Without the network, they'd experience quantum decoherence." Chen finished. "Their perfect order would start to break down." Colonel Patil leaned forward, her military mind already seeing the tactical advantages. "So if we could disrupt their network, we'd do more than just disable their technology." Wang nodded. "We'd literally make it impossible for them to survive in our chaotic quantum environment." But the discovery came with a terrible realization. The aliens weren't just preparing for conquest. They were terraforming Earth at the quantum level, gradually shifting the planet's fundamental forces toward perfect order. Every piece of their gifted technology was part of the transformation. "Check the atmospheric readings," Chen urged. "Specifically, the quantum fluctuation patterns around their cultural centers." The data was clear. The aliens were slowly but surely changing Earth's quantum landscape, making it more like their home system. If they succeeded, the chaotic quantum states that made Earth life possible would be replaced by their version of perfect order. "They're not just trying to conquer us," Patil said grimly. "They're trying to remake our entire world, and we're running out of time to stop them." Working in secret labs across the globe, human scientists began developing a counter to the aliens' quantum technology. They didn't try to match the Dominion's perfect coherence. Instead, they embraced Earth's natural quantum chaos, developing systems that grew stronger from disorder. "It goes against everything they believe," Wang explained to a secret gathering of world leaders. "Their entire civilization is built on eliminating quantum uncertainty, but we've learned to use that uncertainty, to thrive in it, and that's our advantage." The humans' quantum computers were crude by alien standards, but they were unpredictable. While the Dominion systems required perfect order to function, human technology drew strength from the very chaos they abhorred. As Supreme Overlord Corax prepared to announce the next phase of Earth's integration into the quantum dominion, humanity was preparing its own surprise. They had discovered that their quantum chaos wasn't a weakness to be overcome. It was a weapon waiting to be unleashed. "They think they're uplifting us," Chen told her colleagues as they finalized their plans. "But they're about to learn that sometimes the most powerful force in the universe isn't perfect order. It's the creative potential of chaos itself." The stage was set for a confrontation that would challenge the very foundations of the quantum dominion's power. Humanity was ready to show the aliens that their greatest perceived weakness was actually their greatest strength. Colonel Maya Patil stood in the heart of humanity's last hope, a quantum-shielded facility deep beneath the Rocky Mountains. Around her, thousands of computer cores hummed with barely controlled chaos, each one generating quantum interference patterns that would have driven the aliens mad. "Status report," she commanded, watching as technicians from a dozen nations worked in perfect coordination. The irony wasn't lost on her. Humanity had never been more united than now, when they were fighting to preserve their right to be different. The quantum chaos engine is at 87% capacity, Dr. Wang reported, his fingers dancing across holographic controls. Every time we push it higher, the system gets more stable. It's like the chaos is feeding on itself through secure quantum channels that the aliens couldn't detect because they couldn't conceive of communications that embraced uncertainty. Reports came in from resistance cells worldwide. The quantum dominion's transformation of Earth was accelerating. Dr. Chen's hologram appeared in the command center, her image flickering with deliberately induced quantum static. "They've started Phase 3 in the southern hemisphere," she reported. "The cultural centers are now generating quantum fields strong enough to affect human biology. People living near them are reporting strange symptoms, increased order in their thought patterns, difficulty with creative thinking." Wang nodded grimly. "It's starting. They're not just transforming the planet. They're trying to transform us, make us more like them." But humanity wasn't taking the assault lying down. In hidden labs and secret bunkers, scientists had been working on Project Entropy, a plan so audacious that even its creators wondered if it was insane. "Show them," Paddle ordered, and Wang activated the main display. A holographic representation of Earth appeared, overlaid with the aliens' quantum network. It was beautiful in its symmetry, each node perfectly placed, each connection precisely maintained. "Now watch what happens when we introduce our chaos," Wang said, and added a new layer to the simulation. Points of swirling quantum uncertainty appeared, spreading through the alien network like ink in water. Where order and chaos met, reality itself seemed to shudder. Every piece of technology they've given us, every cultural exchange center they've built, they're all connected to their quantum network, Chen explained. "It's their strength, but it's also their weakness. If we can introduce enough quantum chaos into the system, the entire network will cascade into uncertainty," Wang finished. "Their perfect order will collapse. But the plan came with enormous risks. If we get this wrong," Patel warned, "we could destabilize the quantum fields around Earth. The consequences would be catastrophic." "If we do nothing," Chen countered, "we won't be human anymore. They'll remake us in their image, perfect, ordered, and utterly without the chaos that makes us who we are." The resistance had grown beyond their initial small group. Quantum physicists worked alongside software engineers. Military strategists collaborated with artists and musicians. They found that human creativity, the ultimate expression of controlled chaos, could generate quantum patterns that the aliens couldn't predict or counter. "Look at this," Wang said, pulling up a new display. "We took quantum readings of a jazz improvisation session. The patterns it generated, they're exactly what we need. Pure, human creativity expressing itself through quantum chaos." They began incorporating art, music, and dance into their quantum chaos engines. Each expression of human creativity added another layer of unpredictability to their weapon. The aliens, with their perfect order and absolute predictability, had no defense against such fundamental uncertainty. "We're almost ready," Patel announced, watching as the chaos engine's capacity climbed past 90%. "But we'll only get one shot at this. Once we start, the Dominion will realize what we're doing." Chen's hologram nodded. "Then we need to make it count. Humanity's future depends on proving that chaos isn't just a force of destruction. It's the source of all creation, all innovation, all life." As final preparations were made, the resistance leaders knew they were about to challenge not just the aliens' military might, but their entire worldview. They were going to show the quantum dominion that perfection wasn't the ultimate goal of existence. Adaptation, creativity, and controlled chaos were. Supreme Overlord Corax's image dominated the quantum-enhanced screens worldwide as he prepared to announce the final phase of Earth's ascension. In the underground facility, Colonel Patel watched with grim determination. The alien leader's form shimmered with perfect quantum coherence, each molecule of his being maintained in flawless order. "The time has come," Corax declared, his translated voice resonating with artificial harmony. for humanity to embrace true perfection. Your chaotic nature will be refined, your quantum inconsistencies corrected. You will know the peace of perfect order. Now, Patel commanded. Dr. Wang initiated the quantum chaos engine, while Dr. Chen coordinated with resistance cells globally. Throughout the planet, hidden human quantum devices activated simultaneously, but they didn't attack the alien network directly. Instead, they began broadcasting something the quantum dominion had never encountered: the pure quantum signatures of human creativity. A symphony orchestra in Vienna played Beethoven's Ninth, its music converted into quantum fluctuations. Street artists in Rio de Janeiro created spontaneous works, their movements generating patterns of beautiful uncertainty. In Tokyo, a dance troupe performed, their improvised motions sending ripples through the quantum field. The alien network, designed to impose perfect order, encountered genuine chaos for the first time. Human quantum computers, crude but unpredictable, began introducing random variables into the Dominion's perfectly ordered systems. They're responding, Chen reported, watching as the alien fleet shifted formation. Their ships are trying to reinforce the quantum field, but they can't predict where our next chaos point will emerge. The aliens' response was predictable. They increased power to their quantum coherence generators, trying to overwhelm the human interference with pure order. But this was exactly what the resistance had anticipated. They're doing it, Wang exclaimed, watching his quantum displays. They're trying to impose order on chaos itself. Initiate Phase 2. Around the world, human quantum devices shifted frequency. Now they weren't just broadcasting chaos. They were absorbing the aliens' attempts at order and reflecting it back as more chaos. Each attempt by the Dominion to impose coherence only added to the growing quantum uncertainty. In orbit, the crystalline ships began to vibrate as their perfect quantum structures encountered waves of uncertainty. The cultural exchange centers, designed to slowly transform Earth's quantum field, started experiencing fluctuations they were never designed to handle. Corax's image flickered, his perfect coherence disturbed by the rising tide of chaos. What is this? His translated voice lost its artificial harmony, showing real emotion for the first time. Fear. This is humanity, Paddle responded, broadcasting on all frequencies. This is what you try to eliminate. The chaos you fear. It's the source of our strength, our creativity, our ability to adapt and grow. The alien network was beginning to fail. Ships that required perfect quantum coherence to function started experiencing cascading system failures. The cultural exchange centers, their crystalline structures dependent on perfect order, began to crack. But it wasn't just their technology that was affected. The aliens themselves, their biology dependent on quantum coherence, started experiencing physical distress. Their perfectly ordered cellular structures couldn't maintain stability in the face of rising quantum chaos. Their entire fleet is experiencing quantum decoherence, Chen reported. Their biological systems are failing. We need to offer them a way out, or this will become a massacre. Patel nodded. This wasn't about destruction. It was about proving a point. She opened a channel to Corax's flagship, which was now visibly distorting as its quantum field fluctuated. Supreme Overlord, she broadcast, you have a choice. Withdraw your forces, abandon your attempt to transform our world, and we will restore quantum stability. Stay, and watch your perfect order dissolve into chaos. The alien fleet hung in orbit, their beautiful symmetry now broken by waves of quantum uncertainty. Humanity had achieved what the Dominion thought impossible. They had weaponized their own chaotic nature, turning their greatest weakness into an insurmountable strength. For the first time in their history, the Quantum Dominion faced a choice between their ideology of perfect order and their survival. And as their ships began to break apart at the quantum level, they discovered something that humans had known all along. Sometimes, survival requires embracing chaos. Supreme Overlord Corax's flagship hung in Earth's orbit, its once perfect crystalline structure now rippling with quantum instabilities. In the underground command center, Dr. Wong's quantum displays showed the alien fleet's deteriorating condition. Their ships, their technology, even their bodies were struggling to maintain coherence in the face of humanity's weaponized chaos. Your species, Corax's voice crackled through quantum static, has achieved something we thought impossible. You've turned disorder itself into a force of creation. Dr. Chen monitored the quantum readings as the alien leader spoke. His biological coherence is failing, she reported. They all are. We need to make a decision now. Colonel Patel stepped forward. This moment would define not just humanity's future, but potentially the evolution of two civilizations. Supreme Overlord, she broadcast, we don't seek your destruction. We offer a third path, one between perfect order and total chaos. Through the quantum interference, Corax's form stabilized slightly. Explain. Dr. Wong activated a new program they'd been developing, one that generated controlled quantum fluctuations. Where the chaos met the aliens' order, instead of destruction, new patterns emerged. Beautiful, complex, neither perfectly ordered nor completely chaotic. Look at these patterns, Chen explained, transmitting the data to the alien fleet. This is how Earth life works. We exist in the balance between order and chaos. It's what drives our evolution, our creativity, our ability to adapt. The quantum displays showed something remarkable. Some of the alien ships, instead of fighting the chaos, were beginning to resonate with it. Their crystalline structures weren't shattering anymore. They were transforming, becoming more fluid, more adaptive. Impossible, Corax whispered, but the evidence was undeniable. The quantum dominion's technology, exposed to controlled chaos, was evolving into something new, something stronger. Not impossible, Paddle responded. Inevitable. Life can't exist without both order and chaos. You've mastered one half of the equation. Let us show you the other. In that moment, the future of both species hung in the balance. The quantum dominion had conquered 10,000 worlds, imposing perfect order wherever they went. But they'd never encountered a species that could show them the power of embracing imperfection. Your quantum chaos engines, Corax said, his voice showing genuine curiosity for the first time. They don't just generate disorder. They create patterns, new possibilities. That's what humanity does, Wong replied. We create. We innovate. We find beauty in imperfection and strength in adaptation. The alien fleet's quantum signature began to change. Instead of trying to impose perfect order, they were learning to work with Earth's natural quantum state. Their ship's crystalline structures became more organic, more alive. We offer an alliance, Paddle declared, not based on dominance or the imposition of one way of being, but on the recognition that true strength comes from diversity, order and chaos, working together. The transformation spread through the alien fleet. Ships that were once identical began developing unique characteristics. The perfect geometric formations dissolved into more natural arrangements. And through it all, the quantum readings showed something unprecedented. The aliens were learning to exist in a state of dynamic balance. In 10,000 years of expansion, Corax said, his form now shimmering with both order and chaos, we never imagined that our next evolution would come from embracing what we feared most. Earth's quantum field stabilized into a new pattern. The aliens' technology, instead of trying to impose perfect order, now worked in harmony with the planet's natural chaos. The cultural exchange centers, their crystalline structures now fluid and adaptive, became true bridges between the two civilizations. Dr. Chen's final quantum readings confirmed what they'd hoped. The Dominion ships, their quantum signatures have fundamentally changed. They're maintaining coherence not through perfect order, but through controlled chaos, just like us. Perhaps, Corax suggested, it is time to rename our civilization. The quantum dominion was built on the principle of perfect order. What emerges today will need a new name, one that reflects the strength we found in balance. As the sun rose over Earth, humanity had achieved more than just victory. They had shown an ancient and powerful civilization that the universe's greatest strength lies not in the elimination of chaos, but in learning to dance with it. The future that opened before them was neither perfectly ordered nor completely chaotic. It was gloriously, beautifully both.